entertaining nevertheless.
You have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You are fascinated by this whole universe of being a scientist.
Yeah, I really was. It was crazy.
I think you still are, actually.
No, I wouldn't say I was, but the reason I say I was is because now I feel like I'm part of the scientific part of it more than the fiction part of it. But when I wasn't part of the scientific, when I wasn't part of the scientific, I was just like there's so much here that you can.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah, it's
so yeah, I was quite gravitated towards that early on.
When did it start, do you think?
Oh, it's a very definite moment. It was we went to watch the movie Lion King.
Yeah.
And we wanted to watch the Lion King, but at the same time, or around the same time, X-Men also came out. One of the X-Men, I think it was the second one or something.
I've never seen those.
Yeah.
They look horrible to me, so...
Yeah. They were not the best movies at all. They haven't aged well either. No. But they had the concept of this genetics and stuff like that. So we watched the movie, and I came out of the movie. It was just me and my dad. My dad used to love to take me to show the real city, Bombay, and like so India is always at odds with each other. There's one part of India which is developing at this breakneck pace, and the other part of India, which is where we were from, it's like you don't really see change in the small towns.
Okay.
So my dad used to love to show me the part that is moving, and he would take me to these fancy multiplexes. Back then, multiplexes were like this new thing. So we went to a multiplex to watch X-Men, one of the X-Men movies, and I came out, and thing about the multiplex is that you would have multiple stores. So one of the stores was a bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
So because I had just seen X-Men, the book that I got my attention and I picked it up was called Double Helix by James Watson, who is the discoverer of the structure of DNA. So I want to read that book. I had no idea what it meant at that time. I want to read that book because it looked like the cover page was the DNA symbol and everything. And I was like, we just saw a movie and this looks like something I'm interested in at this point. So I picked up that, and that book, that was the start.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
That early.
Yeah, this was like, what, 2003, end of 2003, so 8th grade for me.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. We're not that far apart age-wise then. I started high school in 2001, so...
Yeah, I think I just like 3 or 2 years, something.
Yeah, something like that.
Pardon me. And then...
it's mind-blowing to me.
From then on, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I want to get in. And you can imagine, this was a time when I was still struggling with the English language as a whole. Like, I was not nearly as good at it as I am now. Reading comprehension or even speaking was a whole different ball game altogether. But when I picked up that book, I was not able to understand all of it. And this is written by an American who worked in Cambridge and came up with one of the most important discovery of the last century in the most elaborate language that he could think of to make sure that it is not just rich as a piece of literature, but also scientifically consistent. You can imagine how much of it I understood.
Well,
but the parts that I did, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. I skipped many chapters the first read, but I have read it like, I don't know, 15 or 20 times over by now. So
oh my God.
it's like it's